different diseases are already knocking on the door and looking at you like you caused this. You already created an irresistance. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Winning is Winning, where we dish out healthy recipes as well as talk about child nutrition. My name is Dami, and as always I'm excited, or let me say today I'm excited to have you always here. But today I really want to talk about something really serious and something which got my attention, and I feel like I need to talk about it. So I was going through Instagram and I was going through a mom's vlog. That's a mom's blog where we talk about motherhood as well, etc. So I saw something really striking that really got my attention, and I was like, oh really? So, and I started reading comments, and the question of the day was, at what age should you introduce fizzy drinks to your little one? Like fizzy drinks, like I know you know what fizzy drink is. I really don't want to mention any brands here. That is not my aim. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to talk to moms about living and healthy lifestyles that we should inculcate into our little ones through food. And I believe food is a medicine. As always, what we put into our body, we are either feeding a disease or we are healing a disease. So now I saw the question, what age can we introduce fizzy drink? Now when you say fizzy drink, you mean sugary drinks. You mean drinks that have been processed. You mean drinks that have been fortified. You mean fizzy drinks are the ones that they sell out with extra sugars, and they are very, very sugary. Now we all know what fizzy drinks is. As I said, I would want to mention names, not juices, but fizzy drinks. Now I saw the question, what age can we introduce fizzy drinks and biscuits to our little ones? Okay, it's a normal question, and I decided to look into the comments. And I saw so many moms were like 9 months. I was like, Mogbe, from 9 months of age, some people said 6 months you can start giving your little one biscuits. I was like, really? Some people said 12 months, which is considerate. But at all, my own comment, and I said immediately, and I said no age. Now let me tell you something about extra sugars. Now growing up, even as a mom, I hear the thing when they say children need sugar. Everybody says, now do you know children need sugars? Yes, but do you know the food that we eat actually contains sugars? Now you ask yourself, what exactly is carbohydrate? Carbohydrate is sugars. Yes. Now we have the simple carbohydrates and we have the complex carbohydrate. The simple carbohydrates. Now in this video, I'm not here to talk about scientific terms. I'm here to talk to you as moms, as dads, as caretaker on a simple term, so that you understand. We all did biology and we all did some of us are even into science. But hey, I'm not in the mood to talk about scientific terms because I know we are busy, and out of our busy schedules, we are not interested. We just want something straight to the point. Say what you want to say, and please, let's go move on to the next one. So now, when it comes to carbohydrates is sugars. We have the complex carbohydrates and we have the simple carbohydrates. In other terms, just I want you to understand, simple carbohydrates just implies added sugars. They are sugars that have been concentrated. They are sugars that have been processed, that are stripped off of their natural means. Like for instance, there's no longer fiber. So now you have added sugars. These are the simple carbohydrates. Now, one thing about carbohydrates, I want you to understand something so that you'll be able to use your layman, the way you understand it, to be able to do your analysis yourself and know and answer the question if your little one should be taking sugar in codes that we all think that until we have this white sugar, until we have those fizzy drinks, until we have this processed food, until we have those processed biscuits, before our little one can be having the sugars that we say they need. Now let me put an example for you. Now when we eat food, the body breaks it down into glucose. Now once it breaks it down into glucose, the pancreas tend to release insulin. Now when the pancreas releases insulin, what the insulin does is that it goes to every cell. The insulin is just like a key to a door of the cell, knocking, bang, 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 bang. It is me. You need this glucose for energy. Now the cells open up and receive the glucose for energy, and that is why we are able to do our activities. We get energy. Now that is the simple logic, or a simple way that the body receives glucose. Now take for instance, we have the simple sugars and we have the complex sugars. Simple sugars from processed food, they contain no fiber, they contain no vitamins, they go straight into the body, and what they want to do is they are very active, and since there is no fiber for even them they just want to start exploring in your body. I'm just giving you like a funny story. They just want to party today, Mofe, I want to go and have fun. And they are like, okay, the body now start releasing insulin over time, and the body needs to release even more insulin for the pancreas need to release more insulin for the cells to open up. Now when the pancreas start releasing a lot of insulin, the cells will not be like, kilo there, I'm not opening again, I don't even want to do again, I'm not responding to you, it's enough, you've been giving me so much work to do, you are just coming in, it's just like the body say, you're just coming, in fact I'm not doing again. That is why the body now gets insulin resistant, and once that happens, type 2 diabetes is at risk already, other heart failures is at risk already, different diseases are already knocking on the door and looking at you like you caused this, you already created an immune resistance. So now to illustrate the way the body reacts to all these fizzy drinks, reacts to all these processed food, because they have been stripped of fiber, there's no fiber, there's no vitamins. So you pumping your little one at a young age, you're already creating an hormonal imbalance. Yes, you are already doing that. So by the time you start giving your little one all these things at young age, there's not even an age for you to start giving your little one all these things. You're already pumping their body. Now in our generations today, the high level of processed food is like top notch. These producers do not really care about you, they care about their product. Now they have added extra sugars to babies' food, added extra sugars to not even babies' food, like the so-called processed food we talk about, the fizzy drink we are talking about, everything, they have added extra sugars. And as your baby is growing, we have an hormone in the brain that signals that, okay, if my food is not sweet, I'm not going to eat it. That is why you see your babies, when you give them cereals, they are so excited to eat the cereals, because over time they've learned the taste of the cereal. They've already captured, the brain has captured the taste of sugar. Now they believe that, okay, this is how good food should taste. And if you bring fruit like watermelon to your child, you bring certain foods to your little strawberries, your little one will say, no, this is not food, because you have already started giving them sugars. This is not food until I get the real sugar. And your little one needs these nutrients for, apart from growth and development, if you don't even want them to grow. But later in life, do you want them to start having hormonal imbalances that's going to cause disastrous and chronic diseases? So this is the reason why we have to, as mothers, as fathers, as caretaker, to be very careful and be sensitive to what we say. It is not even right for you to introduce fizzy drinks or biscuits to your little one at all, not even at 6 months. That was really what got my attention. I was like, from 6 months you start doing this? No, because you're already introducing hormonal imbalance. I hope you understand my story. It's just a simple story to know how the body reacts to sugars. Now, my second point is that the World Health Organization, I'm going to give you the list, are saying a normal human being added sugar should be no less than 42, if I'm not wrong, grams should be added to our foods. I'm talking about you and I as adults. I'm not talking of kids now. I just want to give you an illustration. I've told you that it is not even right. Now, the World Organization said we could have 42 grams of sugar, added sugars in a day. Now, if the World Organization said we can have 42 grams of sugar in a day. Now, let me give you an example. In the morning, we take some cereals. We take cereals. I don't want to mention them, as I said. We take cereals, and if you see per serving of that cereal, maybe you see 12 grams of sugar, added sugars. You see it on the list of those of the cereal. Now you take maybe how many servings? Now you've already increased maybe 12 per serving. You take like 4 servings. So that is 12 times 12 plus 12, that's 24. 12, that is 42 already. You've already taken that 42 added sugar gram in the morning as cereal. Now in the afternoon, you are so hungry, you went to buy KFC. You bought KFC, chicken and chips, then you now bought ketchup. Now let me tell you, processed food doesn't just mean fizzy drinks. I'm not just putting fizzy drinks, ice creams or whatever you have it. Sugars are also put in many processed food for them to be able to enhance the taste. Take for instance now ketchup. Added sugars are in ketchup because ketchup is naturally tomatoes. Yeah, the major ingredient of ketchup is tomatoes, and tomato is acidic. Now once tomato has been packed for a long time, it loses its taste. It's not sweet because it's acidic. Now manufacturers tend to put sugars, extra sugars, for them to make it appealing to you to be able to take. Now you get to a certain store, you get chicken and chips, and you have ketchup with barbecue sauce, with all these things. They've been added sugars to them. Now once you get that thing you are eating. Now per serving of the ketchup can be like 24 grams. I'm just saying it for you to understand what I'm talking about. It could be 24 grams. Okay, 24 grams per serving, and you took 2 servings, so that's 24 plus 24, that is 48. You already have 42 grams that the World Organization said per day you should take out of added sugars. That is added sugars from processed. I'm not talking or your rice that already has its own sugar in them. I'm talking about processed food or added sugars, refined sugars. Now calculate 42 plus 48. You already see. Now let's leave that one. I'm not really good in maths though. 42 plus 48, calculate it though. You already have it there now. Okay, let's go to the other. Dinner. I'm not talking about snacks, so I'm not talking of the hot chocolate you might want to take later in the day. I'm not talking about the coffee you may want to take. Now let's go to dinner. What do you want to have for dinner? You get back home, you don't know what to have for dinner. You make noodles, instant noodles, or you make you just make something that is already processed. Let me just say noodles. You make noodles, which that one is even wahala on top again. You are just pumping yourself with extra sodium. Now you now make noodles with extra sugar. Per serving, maybe the per serving, I'm not sure of it, but maybe the per serving is like 20 grams. So yeah, calculate everything. You are almost having over like 100 grams of added sugar in a day. You can see how you are loading your body with rubbish. Now you finish loading your body with rubbish that does not have vitamins in them. You finish loading your body with rubbish that does not have minerals in them. You finish loading your body with rubbish that even when your body start digesting it, the insulin go tire, say, what are you giving me? There's no how you are not even getting ready for type 2 diabetes, because your body is already doing more than it can do. You've already packed those sugars, added sugars, so your pancreas will need to start releasing insulin for your cells to start opening up, and your cells will say, I'm not doing again. That is it. You've loaded yourself. Now it is very easy for us to be mindful of what goes to our mouth, as long as you are eating whole foods. I'm not saying you should not eat processed food. Now there are so many means of processed food that we need from day to day. Let me give you an example of strawberries, or let me give you an example of granuts. We have granuts here. This is granuts. You get the granuts, you eat it in its form, maybe roasted peanuts, you eat it. Now you've gotten the proteins, you've gotten the fat, you got walnuts, you've gotten every single thing you need. It already has its whole food. It's not been processed in any form. You've already eaten it, or you can as well make homemade peanut butter yourself at home and enjoy it in its whole form. It is whole foods and you already have it. Or let me just use the instance of fruits, because fruit is also sugar, it's carbohydrate. It has its own sugar, which is fructose. So that's why as a diabetic patient, there are some fruits that you should avoid because they also have sugars in them. And that is why I'm not a fan of children taking juice, like fruit juice. Like take for instance strawberry juice. You've already stripped it out of its fiber, so they may tend to have, the body can react to it the same way it reacts to added sugars. Now let me give you an example of, let me talk about strawberries. Yes, I talk about strawberries because strawberry is a fruit. Now you go to the market, you get your strawberries, you wash it very well thoroughly, and you eat it, or you put it in form of smoothies. You eat it in its whole form. Talking about processed food, you eat it in whole form. Now one thing you've gotten is that you've gotten the fiber, you've gotten the vitamins it has, vitamin C, which is important. You've gotten the minerals which it has. You've gotten major nutrients that the strawberry has. Now you go to the store and you get frozen strawberries. Now mind you, this frozen strawberry has been a little bit processed, but it still have little vitamins in them, but it still have little fiber in them, but it has been at least processed for it to stay longer. Now you see jam, strawberry jam. You check the ingredients of the jam, you see the ingredients. Now you don't only have strawberries there, you have strawberry, you have something syrup, you have something, you have this and that, you have that and that, you have this preservative, you have this eaten on top strawberry jam. Now that has been highly processed and it has been stripped off of its natural form. The strawberry jam already has these girls. It has already has this that's most for it to stay longer for you to be able to have it. Now, so I want to ask you now, which one is better? Are you not happy taking the strawberry in its form and yourself doing different types of homemade recipes? Now, I'm not saying there's nothing it's really bad if you decide to buy processed. There are definitions of process, so I feel I'll do another video for that. So now, if I'm not saying if you want to buy frozen strawberries is wrong, but I'm just trying to tell you how the levels of process. I'm not saying don't buy any processed food. Sometimes you may need to relieve yourself of some stress and try a healthy processed food. Let me say healthy processed food, like the frozen strawberries. Okay, you can get it, but now you now want to go and buy the strawberry jam or strawberry marmalade that everything has gone. Which one is better? So you see, that is why it's important for you to get whole foods. It's good for you to also get the sugars in all those whole foods. Now I want to debunk this debate that they say children need sugar. Carbohydrate, for goodness sake, is sugar now. The yam that we are eating is sugar now. It has its own, it's rich in carbohydrates, yes. It's rich in other vitamins and minerals that our little ones need for growth and development, yes. It's also rich in fiber that we need for the body to digest gradually. It's not like it even stays longer. It stays longer in the stomach. It's not like all those processed added sugars that they want to be dancing up and down in your body and be doing shish. It stays longer. It's rich in fiber. That's one thing you should know. And it even helps your digestive tract as well avoid constipation. That is why it is important for us to eat healthy. Now I'm trying to tell you that all those foods we are eating, they have sugar in them already. It's not until you buy fizzy drinks with added sugars, with concentrated added sugars, with no vitamins, with no minerals in them, that you should start getting. No, the rice we are eating is okay. The potatoes we are eating, the sweet potato, there are so many things. Fruit is on its own, has sugars too. It's called fructose. They have different types of sugar. It's not until you buy these fizzy drinks, until you buy all these things that your little ice cream, until you buy all this, load your little ones with all this sugar that you say, they need sugar to grow. Where are they growing? They are growing already. Or do you want them to, okay, they'll say, my child is not big enough. I want him to be. Why? Why are we doing this? It needs to stop. To be honest, this needs to stop. This is unnecessary madness. If you are still doing it, then I must say you are not in this generation, or maybe you are 19 Gongoro motherhood. But seriously, that's just it. With the increase of certain cancers, certain diabetic cases, with the increase of all these things, we are still ready to start loading our children. And you say there are some children who start suffering from diabetes. Do you know that? There are some children who start suffering from early cancers. Do you know that? Why are we loading them with so many chemicals that are really not it? When you can it's even the best time to start eating healthy is from your childhood. Yes, many of us grew up in homes that we didn't really know about the importance of this. It's from your childhood. Why? Because these children really don't know anything. It's what you start giving to them tend to grow up with. Yes. Please, let's stop this. Please and please and please, let's stop this in 2021. Like in this 2021, I'm going to be giving you more videos. Now, I'm not saying once in a while. Like for instance, me, I always tell my husband that, okay, because I started eating healthy. I was a fan of sugars, added sugars. Like, yes, I was a fan of added sugars. So I can imagine how many added sugar gram I was even taking in a day. Not until I got married and I had my son and I was more conscious about what goes into my body and the body of the family as a mother, and try as much as possible to make healthy meals in the house. Now I was telling my husband that, okay, for instance, if I'm having a birthday party, I'm allowed to spoil myself. I'm allowed to eat cake, yes. I'm allowed to take wine. I'm allowed to do certain things. Why? Because I need to spoil myself. But I'm saying because this is once in a blue moon, or I love going out. I love going to restaurants, but I try as much as possible to look at the healthy things that I can see in that restaurant and pick. So I'm not saying this should be healthy living is actually a lifestyle. It's something you are conscious about. It's something you are conscious of what comes to your body. I can't say I'll be eating cake today, cake tomorrow, meat pie tomorrow, biscuit today. That I'm already loading myself with excess added sugars that is already unnecessary to our bodies. Please, I hope this video helps us, and let us debunk this mentality that our children, our little ones, need to be taking fizzy drinks, and little ones needs to be taking biscuit before they have sugar, or debunk this thing that we say as a child is growing, the child needs sugar. Please, let's debunk all those ideas. Like, it's not necessary. Your child does not need added sugar. If you start giving your little one different varieties of food, carbohydrates, protein, fat and oil, vitamins, minerals, water, they will get every nutrient they need from healthy food. Like, all this food work hand in hand. Just like if you need iron, you need vitamin C. There are so many things. Just as if some fat soluble vitamins also need good fats for them to be absorbed. So there are so many ranges of food you can give to your little one for them to be healthy, for them to grow up strong, for them to live a healthy life. And not just for our little one, for ourselves as we parents. The thing is that our children tend to live the lifestyle that we live. They tend to see what we are doing. So when you try to eat healthy, definitely they are going to as well want to eat healthy. So it has to do with us as a family, and we don't want to fall sick. We don't want to go to the hospital. So we have to watch what we are putting in our mouth. As I said earlier on, you are healing a disease or you are feeding a disease. So please, let's be conscious of what goes to our mouth in this year. I hope to do more of these videos to talk about this sugar thing, because I feel like people are getting it all wrong. I really need to talk about how we can, and it's not our fault we have so many cravings. So, and again, another important thing is read your labels. So there are over like 60 types of sugar name. Like, you won't just see 60 types. Like, there was one day I went to the store and I was reading a processed food. I wanted to see what it has, and I saw like almost 5 different types of sugar in that thing. This thing syrup, this thing added something, added syrup. I really don't know their names. I can't even imagine knowing 60 different types of sugar's names. It's not added sugar, they have like 60 names. So I don't expect you to know. Like, in one series there are like almost 5, but you won't know. This manufacturers have put it there, but we don't read to know. We just see it, okay, and pick it up. Yes, most names that end with OSE, they already have added their sugars. So there are different type of sugars, and I hope to talk more about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you are able to take informed decision about the health of your child, about your health and the health of your family. It is really important, and we need to be cautious about it. Healthy eating, healthy living takes conscious effort. I love you so much, and thank you so much for your support. It really means a whole lot to us. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like. It helps this channel grow. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more of motherhood. I hope to bring more motherhood talks to our channel. Thank you so much as always. We love you, and see you in our next one. Bye.